Technology has arguably always been a part of education. From rocks to feathers to pencils to tablets, technology over time has evolved in the classroom. Now, in the 21st century, technology is expansive, advanced, and a necessary part of the curriculum. In a world dominated by technology, it only makes sense that the institution which prepares the future workforce be well equipped to handle this need. Home ec and woodshop classes are being replaced by coding and robotics classes. Thus, college and career readiness requires an adept understanding of technology.
Campuses of higher learning were the first educational institutions to have computers for their students. In 1975, Apple Incorporated took part in the socio-historical change and, to get ahead of the trend, began donating Apple I model computers to schools. As a result, computer usage in universities and colleges grew rapidly. By the early 1980s, computer aided instruction gained widespread acceptance in schools. In 1983, the federal report A Nation at Risk recommended that high school graduates' requirements include coverage of the five new basics: English, mathematics, science, social studies, and computer science. In regards to computer science, the Commission on Education Excellence specified that all high school graduates should understand the computer as an information computation and communication device. Additionally, students should be able to use the computer for personal and work-related purposes. In 1996, Bill Clinton made over $2 billion in grants available in the Technology Literacy Challenge Fund, a program which challenged schools to make computers available to every student. The early 1990s marked the beginning of modern media technologies such as CD-ROMs and the development of modern presentation software such as Microsoft PowerPoint. Other computer-based technology included the electronic whiteboard, and the laptop computer became widely available to students. In 1990, the Methodist Ladies College became the first ever campus to require every student to purchase a laptop upon entering the institution. Governments around the world began to take notice of the effectiveness of this policy and began financial initiatives to significantly increase the use of laptop computers in other colleges as well. Classrooms such as Classroom 2000, built at Georgia Tech in 1999, which featured computers with audio and video equipment designed to capture detailed recordings of lectures as a replacement for traditional note taking, began to become more common. In 2001, the No Child Left Behind Act even included a recommendation that by 8th grade, all students should be technologically literate and able to use technology across the curriculum. By 2010, many school districts implement or encourage a one-on-one learning programs. These programs would ensure that all students in grade school would be provided with a personal laptop. Some schools even have a bring your own device policy where each student is strongly encouraged or even required to bring a cell phone, computer, tablet, etc. Although in recent years there has been a clear push for socio-political intervention, getting the government funding necessary to provide each and every school with a reasonable amount of technology has been extremely difficult. Currently, most of the funding for technology comes from state aid and local property taxes.
According to recent interdisciplinary studies on the impacts of technology in the classroom, there are many positives and negatives. Technology within the classroom adds diversity in assignments, allows teachers to plan more interactive lessons, and can assist and enhance the learning experience for students with special needs. Specifically for nonverbal students, there are current systems available which allow for students to communicate their questions and concerns. Dynavox, a visual tablet, allows for students to tap on a word or phrase on the screen, and the tablet will verbalize the word for them. This allows nonverbal students to easily communicate. For students with autism or attention deficit disorder, computer programs are made available to help them understand material while also capturing their attention. A recent study reports on the impact of gaming education on the progress of student learning, specifically in mathematics. A group of 41 second grade students were divided, where half of the students participated in technology-based math games and the second group completed paper-based games. Due to the fact that the students were more motivated and curious, those who played the technology-based games learned the material at a faster pace than the students completing paper-based games. However, studies suggest that the active use of tablets and other technology can have a negative impact, as students focusing on screen-based learning may focus solely on concrete information given and are less likely to make inferences about information. Although there are potential problems concerning technology in the classroom, the increase in technology has provided students with opportunities that were not available to them only a few years ago, and has granted students wider access to information.
Because of technology, teacher education preparation programs have been impacted, as future teachers must be equipped to support students growing up in a technologically dominated era. A 2001 study called Use It in Michigan surveyed 22 school districts and almost 3,000 teachers regarding technology use in the classroom. Surveyors soon realized that the term technology use was too general. What does it mean to use technology? To email? For lesson preparation? For student assignments? Thus, they investigated more specific criteria. Overall findings were surprising. Teacher use seems to be more outside than inside the classroom for things like email and prep, instead of student use and special ed accommodations. Predictors of technology range from grade level taught, number of years of teaching experience, comfort with technology, etc., but beliefs about technology were the strongest predictor tied to technology use, which could mean that use may begin with changing beliefs about technology. This puts pressure on teacher preparation programs. If there is a relationship between beliefs and use, and between exposure and beliefs, then an important component of teacher preparation programs should be exposure. This study found that newer teachers, although more comfortable with technology, have stronger opinions about the negative impacts of it than seasoned teachers who have been in the profession for years and have limited experience with technology. Why is this? Surveyors theorize that new teachers have not been exposed to classroom applications. Just because they grew up with technology does not mean they saw it used in the classroom. The first year of teaching is challenging. Teachers have to work on classroom management, getting used to the new school, and the curriculum. Such pressures take away from technology integration. Thus, the surveyors concluded with a call to action for teacher preparation programs that take more nuanced approaches to technology instruction. TCNJ faculty Dr. Emily Meixner, coordinator of the English and Secondary Education program, offered us some insight into how technology has changed and how this has affected her pedagogy as a teacher who prepares future teachers.
So technology has changed a lot since I was a new teacher. I remember going through my own teacher education program, and we learned things like how to use a copy machine or how to use a mimeograph. You probably don't even remember those. You put ink in them and you wound them in a circle and they came out with your copies. Now students are one-to-one. Most of them have computers, and so you have to know all of the software that goes on them. So we do things like make digital videos and make digital lessons so that you can actually teach lessons when your kids are in other locations. So that's what Jing's for. We know how to make movies. We ask kids to make documentaries. We ask kids to make cinepoems or to make book trailers, and all of that requires a different kind of technology. So when I think about teacher preparation now, and you have to know how to use all of that, all of those different apps, all of that different technology. You have to be able to move back and forth from PCs to Macs to different kinds of computers. So it's just a whole new world.
Technology in classrooms is growing increasingly more ubiquitous, even in high-need districts. However, a school's access to resources does not necessarily determine its educational outcomes. A recent study found that social capital played a key role in the effectiveness of technology innovations in schools. In other words, factors such as social pressure and access to those with expertise were extremely important to a school's ability to effectively implement technology. At Kilmer Middle School in Trenton, students in an after-school program are encouraged to play a competitive typing game called NitroType. However, the program does not have enough expert staff members to walk the students through the steps of the game. But Kilmer's choice to include these keyboarding lessons in its after-school program does show that the school is placing an increased value in students' ability to use technology in the classroom. Meanwhile, Hopewell schools just several miles from TCNJ in the opposite direction demonstrate the effective integration of technology in the classroom when a school has great social capital. This Teach Tech newsletter, for example, was sent to all Timberlane Middle School teachers last week. It provides specific lesson ideas related to technology, tutorials, links to online resources, and even step-by-step instructions on how to implement these ideas into a unit. As a student teacher at Timberlane, I was encouraged to attend on-course training sessions and collaborate with my team and PLC members. With the added social pressures and computer experts in the building, it was far easier to implement technology in the classroom at Timberlane than it might have been at Kilmer. As technology rapidly evolves and becomes more and more prevalent in schools, it is necessary to make sure that all schools place an equal emphasis on the effective implementation of technology into the classroom.
Technology in the classroom has been rapidly advancing and will continue to advance. As future teachers who will be teaching students who need to have technological skills, it is up to us to not only understand technology, but understand how to use it instructionally. Through our own college courses, we have been exposed to technology and are learning how to use it. We are frequently making digital lessons through sources like Jing. We made digital posters through sources like Canva, and even this project shows the new demand for a pedagogical commitment to technology. Comfort and exposure is not enough. We need to put technology in practice to best serve our students.